power did Mangar scour the depths of Skara Brae.
To the field of honour.
I know the odds are against us.
In
This all looks rather
ice in my heart. Death's cold fingers tear us apart. Snow in summer, ice in my heart. Death's cold fingers
Not really.
tear us apart.
You have...
A pleasure to be travelling with you.
Mangar's horde we took up sword and fought from dawn to dawn. Though we did win too many kin, gave life to see them gone. To Mangar's lair we took the snare, its hooks did end his reign. Now there it lies if e'er he rise, to bring him low again. Snow in summer, ice in my heart. Death's cold fingers tear us apart.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay, till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Skara Brae.
Do you feel pity, friends, when you look upon these wretches? Well, wash it from your hearts, for these are the villains who seek to turn Skara Brae into a pit of depravity. Elves, dwarves, drow, and practitioners of the dark arts. Enemies all, whose wicked lives must end if our city is to live in peace again.
That's what you get, you heathen!
Thus, children, shall the Sword Father smite all who befriend the old races.
I helped a dwarf once. He needed directions. Do you think they'll punch me for it?
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind. Come on, before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now! Save it! You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're gonna save Skara Brae. You're looking at me like you think old Rabbie's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. but this is no drunkard's fancy. You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same end. You the hero, and me lost. They all start with some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me, and instead you choose not to. You just turn. Oh, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're... Anyway, hero, let's... This way. You can't swing a cat in Scarabray these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
Get your meat here! Finest chops and boys!
Water from the lake from which the blessed lady rose! Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you'll ever have.
What a load of shite.
Always a few who'll take advantage of hard times.
More murder. I should...
There's nothing to be gained fighting the Fatherites head on. There's another way. At least, I hope there is.
Faith is all! The temple will protect you! Report all witches! Report all heroes! Turn thou from superstition! Only the temple has the answers! The fair folk are not thy friends! Venture not into Scarabray below! Death to the evil dweller there! Laugh not at Trow! That is how they take thy soul!
Could be us next.
Purchase not from a dwarf!
Too much for you, eh?
Got a week's...
Aha! Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll be getting. You'll be getting fulfillment, joy, the tender embrace of your mother's arms. This is not just soup, it is a revelation, a liquid epiphany, heaven by the spoonful. There is no question that this soup is good enough for you. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I good enough for this soup? No. On cons... Ruffians!
I've known some good trout, but not many. Adventure is safe this time.
Dwarves and trout all my life. Finest people around.
Seems like they're hanging anyone. They hanged my shoe.
Aye. Cabbage. Aye. Here we are. The guild.
Or Debbie? A new recruit? There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
What I just saw at Henrod's hanging tree was the last straw. We have to...
Did you hear that?
The song of the maiden. What does it foretell this time?
Arrest the heretics! Burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry!
You have no honor.
Come on.
You make...
Come on!
You're gonna get what's
When all the...
You've got to pay for what you've done.
You're going to get what...
Watch out, or I'll hurt you.
Oh, we made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves. The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthier and liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of another visit from the Fatherites. Come on. We're looking for a green door. Hold on, hero. There. Now you're safe. No matter what befalls, you'll come right back to here.
The adventurers? Did they escape the fire?
Bide a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No, they're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Kill! Kill for the master! Come on then, let's get started!
Down the hatch!
Drinking in the Toby!
Yes!
Give me your best shot. Do your worst.
Cheers!
I hope you brought enough for everyone.
Good. On your word. Kill for the masters. What masters, I wonder? Searching for us, I'll wager. We better steer clear. Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find on them?
Aye.
Adventurers, pluck their hearts out of
I'll want extra for this.
Here's to us.
Drink up, meatbag.
Ready?
Get over there! Come on! I dare you!
Ready?
There's a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
Yes?
Eh?
What do you need?
Someone there. Enemies! Attack! Last chance to run, ya cravens!
Come on then!
Ready?
Yes! You want a piece of me?
Aye.
Yeah. I'm waiting for ye. Oh!
There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, Providence.
You fools! You let them scatter. Now we shall have to drag them out again. The people must see what a danger these outcasts are. Find them! Find them!
More paladins. Can't let them spot us. Edge left and stick to the shadows. The Adventurers Guild is just around the corner.
We're all going to die here, aren't we? What is that?
One eye, one leg, one arm. Is it a Fasharn? I've sung songs about them, but I never thought I'd see one.
All the monsters of legend. Tell me what to do.
On your word.
Excuse me.
Ready?
Ready for orders. Pardon?
Here.
Yes.
On your word.
Ready? I'll just...
Here. Let me just...
Tell me what to do. Pardon?
On your word.
Ready for orders.
Ready.
Aye. Excuse me. Yeah.
Here. Pardon.
Yes.
On your word.
Here. I'll just...
Ready.
Aye. Pardon?
Here. Stepping by.
Here.
Ready.
Huh?
Them things dragged down my old dad at
Aye.
a gallop. Ashamed to say, I
Pardon.
came running.
What did... Forgive me, my bile. 'Tis not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke my best... A mob, fevered by the Fatherites. They accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no doubt I would have hung from their tree. Fortunately, a dwarf named Dalgleish saw my peril and dragged me to safety, taking many blows himself. I am in his debt. Not the finest. May you have better fortune than your fair friend Mary.
Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henred or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do: help the helpless and teach those who wish to learn. The Sword Father was a man once, a king of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together, they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in times of trouble, the Blessed Lady comforting them when the storm has passed. He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible, his fears more consuming and his compassion reserved only for his own kind. Where once the temples helped all, Henred ordered that only the faithful be fed and all others be turned away. It only got worse from there, as you know, and I now fear he has lost his sanity entirely. I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf, and when I defended myself, Henred demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back. But I haven't left the true church, only Henred's church, which is not and shall never be mine. Well, I do what I can, healing, comforting, If you seek to channel the power of your God for good works, yes. Bless you, friends. Aye? Cabbage? Aye.
Welcome. I'm Resa, and this is Palafac. New folks arriving here every day, driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins or what have you, and they all need to eat and sleep. Oh, haven't much, but we share what we have. It was all chaos here when the attack started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Palafax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for... Ah, my bold, brave husband. Always manages to find trouble where no one else can. Good thing for a guard, I suppose. Not so easy on his wife, though. Well... help out if you can. We...
Poor folk. More... If you need food and healing, see my wife here. And why shouldn't I be? Was with them for 30 years until this Henred becomes Bishop of the Fatherites. Then all of a sudden being Einar is a sin, fired for worshipping the wrong gods, took my house and tried to burn poor Resa as a witch. Pooh! Spent half my life arresting the rats that lived in Skara Brae below, and now I'm down here helping them. Oh, it's a I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp. But what we really need is some hardy souls to... Resa's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, wouldn't look at me at first, but... Have a... Thanks for looking.
Eh?
Hmm? Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the Wildland whiskey. Give it a try.
That's the tune! Welcome, friend. Hello, Robbie. Glad to see you in one piece.
One minute. I gotta make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted. All friends, lend me your ears a moment. Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Scarabray, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, we have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy. And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Scarabray, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers? Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind. Aye. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Scarabray. And Dalgleish, Ringneck and the Green Lady, who you met during the fighting, have gone to look into some of them. I promised I'd send help if I could find any. Would you look for them and give them a hand? This is the old town, the original Scarabray. When the mad god Tarjan attacked it with fire and storm a century and a half ago, the earth shook so the muddy hills around the town flowed down and buried it to the gables. Ever since, the poor and outcast and outlaw have been digging it out again, little by little, making a home in the dark. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know that the Fatherites claim that elves, dwarves, trow, and those who practice magic or follow the old ways are enemies of their faith. But until all this magical mayhem started, the most they would do was preach against us. Now it seems they want to wipe us out, as if that would make them safe. It isn't us behind this terror. Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Scarabray below. I'd look for him first, as Wellbottom's nearby. Then he can help you find the others. Dalgleish is a dwarf smith and a long-time protector of Scarabray. Someone's been attacking his clients, and he fears it's because he's investigating these terrors. He was off just before the raid to lie in wait for the devils at a client's stall in Scarabray above. She's an elf who dedicated herself to caring for the poorest in Scarabray. She'd heard some rumours of elves luring children away from their families, like in the old tales. She went above ground to learn the truth of it. If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
If you want, aside from listening to Jackdaw and Numpties, I hire out sells. Oh, nothing is it?
Ah, not many creature comfort. In the old days, the guild was out in the open. A place for treasure hunters, sell swords, and practitioners to find work and tell tall tales. These days, it's the last refuge for anyone who doesn't fit into the Fatherites' narrow little world. Mages, rogues, folk of the old races. They can all have a drink and know they're not going to have any trouble. Well, they could until tonight. Didn't he make it? Poor soul. Paladin got her before I could get him. No half the barkeep she was, but I'll do my best. It's no much, but... Happy drinking, friend.
Welcome to Roscoe's. But I want you to know this is not the Emporium. I'm only here selling this rubbish because the Emporium has been flattened by a giant and occupied by Trow. Now, how can I help you? Yes, the 7th of that name, and the first, Fian help me, to abandon the store. Even in the aftermath of Tarjan's destruction, my ancestors kept the doors open, while I'm a disgrace to the... The rarest, most exclusive collection of magical and mystical items, elixirs and ingredients ever assembled in Skara Brae, now pounded into rubble and occupied by Trow mercenaries who are ambushing every poor practitioner who comes through the door looking for me. It is an intolerable situation. My reputation and... Oh, just a moment. I don't suppose you... Oh, but of course you would. What adventurer wouldn't? Ah, well, when I escaped the Emporium, I happened to take with me a lantern of illusion. If you could drive out the Trow that currently occupy the Emporium, then set the lantern on the hook outside the door, it will make the place impossible for undesirables to find until I can return and clean it up a bit. After that, if you find yourself in need of best quality magical merchandise, why, I would gratefully sell it to you for a deep, deep discount. What do you say? Excellent. Then here is the lantern, and here is the location of the Emporium. Be careful, though. There are a lot of Trow there, and they aren't the friendly sort. Thank you for coming. Have you driven? Don't keep me waiting here. I can't bear it.
Oh, there. I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying or selling a soul now, would you? Lar is the name. Lar of Rivellon, at your service. That's right. Usually do brisk business, but not having much luck here. Haven't made a sale in days. Everyone down here in Skara Brae below seems to have one already. Not an empty vessel among you. Up in the new city, of course, almost no one has a soul. Plenty of souls down here to choose from, but no one seems in a selling mood. Too busy fighting the good fight, or some such nonsense. Think I'll... Nice talking with you.
So, this sage can see
Off to do a little dungeon crawling, are you? Makes me wish I were young again. Always plenty of fun to be had in the underworld.
My journey has barely begun.
Good luck
Maybe
down
so,
there.
but it has so much potential.
Good luck down there.
Ah, hello. Good to meet fellow seekers of adventure. I am Egbar Andros, known as Stronghold. It seems I've come to your city in dark times. I have sought adventure for many years. First as a mercenary in Sarai, then as a treasure hunter and thief. Then one day in a market in Goash, I heard a song that told of a great sage trapped in an endlessly repeating dream. The song said that if the sage was freed from his dream, he would turn the world from the path of ruin. And I, suddenly feeling I had unwittingly been treading just such a path, decided I would find the sage and wake him and help him to save the world. I've been seeking him ever since, and had many adventures along the way. A name from my mercenary days. I was known to hold the line and never break, and to close the gaps when others fled. Murders, disappearances, intolerance, hate, the clash of the old and the new. All this is happening within your walls. It makes me wonder if the ruin the sage is meant to save us from is close at hand. If it is, then I must find him quickly and stop telling tales in taverns. Good luck on your adventures, friends. I hope you find what you seek.
Farron Brygo is the name. Impresario of theatrical entertainments and pageants of the mind. My company and I have performed before kings and queens on village greens and everything in between. We tell stories of all kinds, from tall tales of knights and thieves and bards, to poignant parables set in a world beyond the end of the world, to epics of gods and monsters, and those who wonder if they might be both. In my 40 years practicing my chosen trade, I have had the privilege of working with some of the finest magicians, storytellers, craftsmen, and artists the world has ever known. And it has been our continued pleasure to create together new and wondrous worlds for our audience to explore. My family were bankers in the land of the golden sun, but I left that trade to follow my love of art and storytelling and entertaining the people. I have never regretted it. I'm working on a new entertainment as we speak, about a band of bold adventurers trying to stop ancient evils from destroying the world, and I'm looking for inspiration. It occurred to me that the Adventurers Guild would be a good place to find some. Good talking to you. See you again.
Welcome, adventurer. We are the review board of the Adventurers Guild. Before you can be allowed to learn certain skills or follow certain paths, your progress must be reviewed to be certain that you are worthy. You will know when to return to us. We look forward to seeing you then. Farewell, adventurer.
Torn apart, right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream.
Why don't we not do this? We're all gonna die here, aren't we?
You can't trick me! You're a monster! Just like the other monster! No! 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 Leave me be!
I'll never win this. Never. They're not really a threat.
What are we waiting for?
Excuse me.
Coming. Ow!
Coming through! Oh.
Look out! Flames! Ow!
You don't know who nabbed him?
They was out scavenging. Didn't know they was gone till Gob found their gear all thrown about down near Sinister Street.
Well, that's a place to start. I'll find them, Cully, I promise I will. Now lock down tight until I get back, aye?
Ta, Ringneck. I only hope you'd find him alive. There's too many of us hurt and lost already.
This is terrible, terrible. And the Nappers with such a head start. Oh, who's that? Ah, you must be the one Rabbit promised to send. Am I glad to see you? Some kin of mine have been kidnapped and I could use some help finding them. Whalebottom's the biggest trout camp in all of Keith. Used to be the one place a trout could feel they was safe. Now nowhere is safe. Been talk at the guild of some trout sellswords sneaking around Scarab Brae, killing people and cutting them up. I hope it ain't them who's took my friends, but I got a bad feeling in my belly. Thanks for giving me a hand. Cully said they was taken near Sinister Street. Let's head that way. That's High Priestess Uena, leader of the Temple of the Blessed Lady. She's a lot nicer than Bishop Henred, but they're still on the same side.
Ah, I understand why you look at me askance, friends. But please do not think all Fatherites are as close-minded as Bishop Henred's paladins. They may blame all Trow for the crimes of a few, as they do adventurers too, eh? But we do not. Please tell your friends at the guild that if any there needs sanctuary, even from other Fatherites, the Temple of the Blessed Lady is always open. We are indeed, but Henred is very zealous. I should not say more. Loyalty is one of a paladin's greatest virtues, but blind loyalty... I wish they followed the actual teachings of the Sword Father's book as fervently as they do those who preach it. I do, child. I pray. Go in peace, child.
She talks as sweet as honey, but I still wouldn't tell her much. Fatherites stick together, no matter what they say.
Santé, mes amis. Will you help a man buy a drink? I have... Ah, do you speak my tongue? Are you from Ambardi? No? Ah, I should go home. What did I think I would find here that I could not find there? But who has the coin for the voyage, huh? When drinking costs so much. May it bring you more. Come back if you want more. Or to drink.